Picture yourself deep in the muddy labyrinth of a World War I trench, where the constant thunder of artillery drowns out every thought and the acrid smell of cordite burns your nostrils. In this hellscape where modern warfare stripped away humanity's pretense of civilization, soldiers discovered something unexpected. Their oldest allies had followed them into the abyss. Dogs, horses, pigeons, and even cats became more than companions. They became the difference between survival and oblivion. These animal heroes didn't just serve alongside men. They embodied Fieldcraft principles that kept entire battalions alive, teaching us survival lessons that resonate a century later in the wilderness skills we practice today. When darkness fell over no man's land and sentries strained their eyes against the blackness, dogs patrolled the wire with senses that made human perception seem primitive by comparison. German shepherds and Airedales moved through the trenches like ghosts, their paws reading the ground as fluently as a tracker reads bent grass. These animals understood what every survivalist knows: awareness precedes survival. Messenger dogs like Satan, a British terrier who saved an entire battalion by delivering coordinates through a gas attack, demonstrated navigational instincts that rivaled any compass. They memorized routes through churned wastelands where every landmark had been obliterated, finding their way by reading wind patterns, following scent trails invisible to human noses, and sensing vibrations through the earth that warned of approaching danger. Soldiers learned to trust these instincts absolutely, understanding that the dog's lowered ears or stiffened posture communicated threats more reliably than any observation post. This animal intuition, honed by millennia of survival, taught troops to slow down, read their environment, and trust senses beyond sight. High above the carnage, homing pigeons performed miracles of navigation that still baffle scientists today. Cher Ami, perhaps the most celebrated hero of the Meuse-Argonne offensive, flew 25 miles through shrapnel and poison gas, with a leg hanging by a tendon and one eye destroyed, delivering a message that saved nearly 200 men of the lost battalion. These birds possessed an internal compass we're only beginning to understand, a combination of magnetic field detection, solar navigation, and olfactory mapping that would shame modern GPS. Soldiers maintained mobile lofts in the trenches, creating micro-environments where birds could rest between missions. The care required: clean water despite contamination everywhere, grain preserved against rats and moisture, protection from shelling, mirrored the survival priorities any Fieldcraft practitioner recognizes: secure resources, maintain health, preserve capability. Men discovered that survival wasn't about individual prowess, but about building resilient systems, whether those systems involved carrier pigeons or cached supplies in the backcountry. These animal heroes remind us that survival has never been a solitary pursuit. The soldiers who thrived in those trenches did so by reading signs, building relationships, and trusting instincts deeper than rational thought. Today, when we practice bushcraft and preparedness, we're channeling that same wisdom, watching for weather changes like a pigeon reads magnetic fields, moving silently like those messenger dogs, building resilience into every system we create. Subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles and share this with anyone who understands that history's greatest survival lessons often came on 4 legs or 2 wings.